We're currently 3-0 with this list right here, so I think we're going to go and try to finish up at least one match, if not both matches, right now. The list is... Let's see, what's weird about this list? It's kind of weird that we have a Mog Fanatic here. If we can... There we go. Kind of weird that we have a Mog Fanatic. We're rocking a main deck Sting Scourger because it seemed like a good time for it. We have one main deck Conspicuous Snoop, but we do not have the Snoop combo at all. And that's about it. We got our one Muxus here. Sideboard is pretty basic. We got 3 Surgicals, 3 Leyline, an Earwig Squad, 2 Pyro, 2 Red Blast, 2 Chalice, 1 Pithing Needle, 1 Relic. Nothing crazy. Let's go play a league match. Let's make something happen here. It's been a grindy league thus far. Against some very odd decks, so we'll see how long it takes to finish up this league. If we're still feeling up to it, we might go back and rewatch some of the early matches. Suffice to say, it was wacky. We ran into Lantern Control, of all things, and Lantern Control, Curse Control, and Big Red, also known as just Sneak Attack. Sneak Attack through the Breach. I haven't seen that deck in a long time. Used to run into it all the time in the local Minneapolis meta. We had a bunch of players who loved playing Big Red. It's a fun deck. So definitely a very crazy, varied league so far. Might as well bring the deck list back up while we're waiting for this. Just kind of show everyone what's going on again. 24 lands, 1 Caracas, 2 Port, everything else pretty basic. I like having the 4 mountains here, because it makes it a little easier to get to the 6 you need for Muxus. Although if it was real proper, I'd have 5 basic lands, but I'm not, so it goes. Alright, let's join a match. Let's make something happen. Alright, we have 3 lands. We have a Lackey. We have a Munitions Expert. This is great. We'll totally keep this. We're on the draw, which is kind of a bummer, but our opponent is mulling to 6. So, that's alright. We are going to expose ourselves to Wasteland here by playing a Lackey turn 1 off of Cavern, but so be it. They go down to 5 cards, okay. They might be on some sort of combo, they just might have bad hands. 3 viewers, hi all. Thanks for coming in, thanks for joining. This is match 4, game 1. My opponent has mulled to 5 cards. They haven't revealed anything, so they're not reanimate or anything like that. Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal. Heyo. Alright, well, Lackey Start should be good here. Unless this is a Trinisphere. Nope, Chalice at 1. Whoa, hot damn. Okay. Let's go. LED. LED after a Chalice at 1. Echo Vions. Whoa! That's a bummer. Alright, well. New 7. Let's go. Oh, Chalice at 1 just got way better. Boo. Okay, that's rough. Alright, I need to draw a Cavern off the top right here. And I rip a wasteland instead. Huh. Yeah, that's not great against my opponent with 7 cards in hand. Um, I mean, this is a bummer, but my best line right here is just to play out a Crater Maker to kill a Chalice so that I can then play a Lackey and play a Muxus. I mean, that's my fastest path to winning this game. I can't just waste him because he has a full grip. Okay. All right. Cool. 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 Now Lackey doesn't even do it. Yeah. Ooh, this is rough. Being on the draw. Being on the draw. What a pain. Okay. Well. Let's see. Yeah, we're just going to play out this Crater Maker here. No point in playing out the Expert. That's not doing anything. Cool, cool. Alright, Crater Maker's great. This is going to let us play. I think I'm just going to pop him next turn, play Lackey, and play an Aether Vial. Let's see, this guy doesn't have any recursion shit, right? Yeah, he just lets you sack artifacts and draw a card. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, I've revealed Goblin Lackey. And Aether Vial. So they know what's up. Okay, so they know the value of this Crater Maker. That's a bummer. But so it goes. Urza time. Or it's just going to be the, no, Ballista. Oh, Narset? Oh, okay. Cool. What's Narset going to grab him? What do you exile? There's the Echo Vions. Okay. And draw something with Narset. Let's see. And then Emery. Fucking A. Alright, got Emery. He's got Baubles. Okay. Another LED. Another LED. I mean, this is, you know, whatever. This is like, we have Chain Whirler. We're not... Another Echo Vions. Oof. 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 Well, that sucks. That sucks. Dragon Fodder, thanks for joining in. Brainstorm, good to see you again. We are getting thoroughly trounced by Urza's Echoes right here. But that's okay. They got this one. Grabs a Chalice. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Plays a Chalice. Where are you playing at? 2? Okay. That's fine. Let's see. That guy doesn't have flying, does he? Nope, he's a 1-4. Oh, okay, guess we're blocking. Okay. Uh-huh. Alright. You got me with the Chalice at 2, buddy. You got me with the Chalice at 2. Alright. Well. Well, well, well. So let's see. Crater Maker can blow up Emery. 4 cards in hand. Crater Maker blows up Emery. The other one's still locked out by this Chalice. No cards in his graveyard at the moment anyway. Emery's just going to recur a Bauble this turn, which is a bummer. Oh, man. Boo. Well, we're just going to let him do his thing. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, being on the draw here, that was rough, man. That was rough. I don't think there's any coming back at this point. Now we got us an Urza. Yeah, okay. That's cool. That's cool. We're good. We're good. Let's go to game 2. Let's go to game 2. Alright. So this deck is kind of fun because you can just like really go bananas on the sideboarding here. You can even bring Pyrokinesis if I really feel like it. Like those 4 cards kill basically all of their creature threats. Ley lines and chalices stop them from going big like they really want to. So let's just start by pulling out some things that aren't great. Pile Driver's not going to be great. Mog War Marshal doesn't do a ton. Sting Scourger doesn't do a whole lot. Let's see. Gem Palm Incinerator's pretty bad. Munitions Expert is totally decent because they play plenty of Planeswalkers. We can use that against. Goblin War Chief is not phenomenal. Ringleader at this point isn't phenomenal. Okay. So now, do we really want to go and side out that many creatures and then some? I don't think we do. We are on the play, right? We're on the play. So let's just talk about like what we absolutely want since we're going to be on the play. Do we really want Pyrokinesis? Probably not. We have Red Blast. I think we don't need the Pyrokinesis here, especially since we're going to be down a card. We can just Red Blast to get something out of the way. Do we want Surgical over Leyline? No. We're going to want Leyline. We'd rather have Leyline than have the other stuff. So I think we can make a cut kind of like this. That still leaves us with 26 creatures, but it leaves us with tons of ways to stop them from doing what it is that they want to do. And I think that that's fine. I kind of want a Pyrokinesis still. Kind of want Pyrokinesis. It's probably better than Mog War Marshal. Conspicuous Snoop, probably better than Conspicuous Snoop too. Yeah, I think I'll bring these in. I think I just want more ways to kill their stuff. I don't think Snoop and Mog War Marshal are going to do a lot. That's down to 24 goblins. That's a pretty slim goblin count. We're at 11 seconds. Yeah, we're just going to go with it. Let's just go with it. Yes, I'd love to play first. Alright, we got a Lackey, we got a Pyrokinesis, we got a Muxus. Yeah, okay, we'll keep that shit. Alright, they molt to 6. Ancient Tomb. Mox Opal. Chalice at 1. It's great. Wasteland, please. Another Pyrokinesis. Alright, I think that's okay. Also, get this Muxus in here. Shave another land out of there. Let's see what we got off the Muxus. Alright, Munitions Expert and Matron. That's cool. Yes, please. Just use Matron's ability. Okay. Now what do we want here? Off the Matron. I think we're just going to want... We might just want another munitions expert here. So if he goes for a Narset... Yeah, I'm just going to grab another munitions expert. This way, if he goes for like a Narset and Echoes and tries to get us that way, we'll just go and kill his Narset. Otherwise, Expert will also be able to kill any creatures he plays if he wants to play a creature. And then next turn, I have a Badlands, so I can Matron pre-combat next turn also to go grab myself a Trash Master and really clinch up the game that way. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to grab ourselves a Munitions Expert. And we're not going to use this guy's ability. No thank you. Whew, okay. Not a bad turn 2 for us. What did I reveal there? I revealed the ley line, I revealed the chalice. Okay. Goes for a Karn. That's cool. Alright. Alright, bud. He's gonna grab an artifact. Okay, okay, cool. Cool, cool. Let's see what he gets. LED. Goes for his LED, buddy. Okay. Alright, he's going for the Echoes. That's totally fine, so we'll go and get the Karn off the table here while we can. Alright, he's got a Lotus Petal. He's got a Bauble. He's got another Lotus Petal. Ooh, he's got some... Oh, he's got 3 mana. Okay. Alright, he's got 6 mana. Nope. Yeah, he's got 6 mana. 2 cards. He sees my Caracas. Yep. And Wasteland. We've seen Caracas, he's seen Wasteland. Six mana, he gets another Echo of Eons. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, you get another Echo of Eons. This time at least he's tapped out. He's got 3 mana floating. He's down 2 Echoes at least. At least Echoes exiles itself when you flash it back. Yeah, okay. Another Urza's. So he's going to draw 2 cards this turn. Now he's going to make it 3 cards in his upkeep. In my upkeep, I mean. Reveals the munitions expert. That's unfortunate. This Chalice at 2. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Draws a card. Draws a card. So right here, I'm probably just going to matron into good old Tuk Tuk. Not Tuk Tuk. Trash Man. Wow. I'm old. Let's see. Anything else we'd rather do? No. Nothing else we'd rather do. And actually, I'm going to hit him for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to hit him for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to grab Sling Gang. Alrighty. Ooh, we got there. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Big game. Big game 3. Needle. Do I want Needle just to name Karn? I don't really want Needle. I can name Karn with Needle, but they love playing Chalice at 1, turn 1 anyway, so I don't really love that. However, Vial isn't great also because of Karn, so I will trade out a Vial for a Karn. I think that's fair. I'm sorry, a Needle for a Vial. I think that's fair. I don't want to bring an Earwig squad because they have just too many like combo pieces card. No, Surgical's not going to be good because 1, they're going to play Chalice at 1, turn 1, and 2, you never have priority to play it on Echo of Eons anyway, so it's hard for it to be effective. Only thing you can really hit with it are their recursion artifacts, or their baubles and shit, and that's just not worth it. I'd rather have a Chalice at 0 or something in my hand, or a Leyline. I'd rather have a Leyline to turn that off. Okay, cool. I think this is it. Wish me luck. Good to see you, Anubis, by the way. Thanks for joining the stream. Ooh. Slow, slow, slow hand. But I'll keep it. Let's go. Bobble away, my friend. Bobble away. Nice Emery. Nice Emery you got there. Okay. He's 1 Karn down. This is going to be slow, but we're just going to start with an Aether Vial. He looks at the top card of my library, I assume. Yep. He's got a 1/2 Emery. Does he have another Karn? Does he have mana and another Karn? No, Chalice at 1. There we go. That's why we don't run Surgical. Yes, attack me for 2. No, 1. Attack me for 1. You got it. You got it. Alright. Oh, we're just going to keep being slow here. Let's play another mountain. Pass here. Yeah, Leyline Dragon Fodder, you are correct. Leyline makes Emery pretty bad. Karn, that's cool. Let's do this. Get this guy out there. What's he gonna grab? Is it gonna be Lattice? Ooh. Lattice would be pretty bad. Lattice would be pretty bad. LED. Interesting. So he's gonna get the Lattice next turn, is his plan. He's gonna Lattice me this turn. Well, that's not okay. So he's setting up for the Lattice. So we're just gonna play Pashalik, and if he activates Karn again, we'll make a mana. Right? Because -2, if I recall. Yep. He has 4 cards in hand. Plays an Ancient Tomb. He's got his Lattice mana all lined up. Let's see what he does with it. All right, he goes for it. Goes for an EE. All right. Let's see how he wants to do this. Goes for another Karn. Also, okay. Yeah. Can't stop that. Can't stop it. Plays EE for 1. Big brain. Big brain. Can't even be mad, bro. Is that for 3? Alright. Can't stop it. Goes for a walking ballista. Alright. Says walking ballista for 2. Okay. Got it. What are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do here? He has no cards in hand. And obviously we're throwing a damage at the Karn, just because that prevents him from being able to lock me out next turn. And I think that's fine. Is it worth it sacrificing the Skirk also? Let's see. I can't activate my Vial next turn. Can't activate my Vial. My only option really, I have to get that Karn down to 2. Get the Karn down to 2. How does Karn work? Let's read Karn. It's +1. To 1 target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness equal to its blah blah blah. Alright, so it's +1. He can turn something into a creature if he wants. Okay. So that'll be... So Karn's going to go down to 2. Next turn it can go up to 3. Or I can Matron... I think I took out my Mog Fanatic. Let me look at my sideboard. Yeah, I took out my Fanatic. So that's not going to be an option here. Fanatic's not going to be an option. So what is the way we want to go? This is awkward. I think next turn, if I just Matron for... If I just Matron... Here's what we do. Here's what we do. Okay, we just let this guy die. It's going to deal damage to him, put him to 2. Next turn, I Matron for Munitions Expert. 1, 2, 3 for Matron. Cavern there. Sack the Matron, play the Munitions Expert. That's how we get the other 2 on him. Cool. Okay. Okay. Yep. Matron into money. And we're still up 2 minutes on the clock somehow, even after tanking all that time. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Grab the old munitions expert. And back in it, boys. Hey, Lotus Petal. Yeah, sure, why not? Play some LED, that's cool. I think now I win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's at 10. Yep. Goodbye, Emery, baby. There we go. Oi! Another damn 2-1. Look at that. Look at all those beautiful grindy 2-1s, people. Holy crap. Alright. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. That was wild, man. Ooh, we dug ourselves out of a hole right there. Dug ourselves out of the hole. Well, Dragon Fodder, the last time I thought I was going to be 5-0, my neighbor wound up walking around naked in front of our apartment for the entirety of the match, and I F6'd through my turn 1, game 2, and so much for that 5-0. So we're going to try to not get distracted by our naked neighbors walking around like we did last time. And we'll see what happens. Knock on wood. Yeah, it was, if you watch my last video that's up on Twitch, I think it's around the 1 hour 10-minute mark is where the exhibitionist neighbor makes her appearance, and my game promptly falls to pieces. That was a crazy thing to happen. And the joys of living in in an apartment building, I guess. Join match, yes please. So yeah, that Urza's Echoes deck, man, it does it blows up. It makes some really big plays. But yeah, there are just a lot of, like, every card in your sideboard is active against it, and it doesn't have a lot of ways to deal with things. I won the die roll. Yes, I would love to play first. Alright, we got a Mountain, Sting Scourger, Muxus. I mean, this seems like a pretty good hand. They got a Yorion. So, normally we like kind of a faster hand against Yorion decks, but who knows what kind of Yorion they are, man. We'll keep it. It's a totally keepable hand. You don't play Goblins to mulligan hands like this because you're up against a grindy deck. This hand has plenty of ways to grind. There we go. Vial resolves. There you go for the Astrolabe. Cool. Hey.
Aloe. What dummies are we that we didn't just put aloe on your hand the other day?
You know, it's fine. Alright. Oh, Aether Vial here. Okay. Now, do I want to go and just jam Snoop right here? I actually don't think it's the worst thing, especially since I have the Arid Mesa to follow it up next turn. If we don't like what's on the top of our deck, we can Mesa it. So yeah, we'll go for it. We got a Mountain on top. That's fine. Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. Okay. Yes, please. Let's use Goblin Matron's ability. I think I'm just going to grab Munitions Expert. Or... Munitions Expert's good here. I got a Violet too. This way I can attack with Snoop, and if he goes to put in a snake, I can just kill the snake. I'm also going to have 4 lands, though. So maybe I just Sting Scourger if he goes to play a snake on me. Oh, also just Pile Driver. You know what? I'm just going to grab Pile Driver and I'm just going to hang back. I'm going to put this Pile Driver in. I think that's actually a really good call. And then we still have Pashalik next turn, and yeah, we're going to grab a Pile Driver. We're going to grab a Pile Driver, and we're going to hang tight with that Snoop. Respect the Coatl. Hey, there he is. Brainstorm. Cool. Swords. I mean, we all saw that coming, right? Mystic Sanctuary. That's cool. Let's get this pile driver out there. There we go. Okay. And let me just remember how Pashalik works. Right, they do not have haste. Okay, cool. Sweet. Alright. No block there. Let's pass on through. Moat. Cool. Alright. Wow. You got me. You got me with the moat. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Yep. I think I'll just take one here. So I have no answer to moat, obviously. So now I just need to start dealing damage to him with Pashalik, I think. Yes, please. Okay. Munitions expert. This is crazy. Alright. Wasteland, sure. Let's keep up in that vial. Let's see. No, I don't really want to War Chief, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not going to War Chief. I'm just going to keep Pashalicking, I guess. Because let's see, do I have anything with tap abilities I need to use? No, I don't. Like, War Chief doesn't really help me do anything. Although, you know what? It will help me maybe play out my hand if I just need to go and sack a bunch of shit once Muxus is in play, you know? Like, if I just get, like, a Skirk, and that just lets me, like, play more creatures from my hand to sack to Pashalik, if that matters. No, but you know what? No, fuck it. I'm just gonna make another Goblin. That's just kind of silly. I think that's just kind of silly. And yes, we will vial up to 6. Shark Typhoon! Whoo hoo hoo! Yeah. Wait, how the hell does this work again? Oh, okay, because you paid 3 for that. Alright, so he draws a card. Cool, alright. Wow, this is wild. He's gonna kill me with a Sharknado. Brainstorms, okay? Yeah, I'm considering just killing that with the munitions expert. Ponders, okay. But the thing is, killing that doesn't let me deal one more damage to him at the moment. And I feel like just squeezing in damage off the Bashalik is oddly kind of important. Alright, he shuffled. Swings in. Yeah, I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to take it. Plus I can Sting Scourger it next turn. Another Brainstorm, very good. Fucking Moat. Main deck Moat. An 80 card deck with main deck Moat, boys. Oh, that's insane. I love it. Legacy's great. I'm taking a very long time also, by the way, if you all didn't notice. Port. Alright, cool. Oh, let's grab a port. Well, I think this is kind of our go big or go home moment right here, boys. Because I think, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do here? Alright. I think we go and we just tap his Tundra. I think we just tap his Tundra. And then see if he does anything with his mana. That's how we're going to start. He's at 13. Let's just do this. He goes for a blue. Great. He goes and plays an Ice Fang Coatl. Great. Alright. So we need Matron. Hey, hey, hey. I'll put that there. Alrighty. Yes, please. Slinging, please. Slinging, please. Oh, you tapped out. You tapped out. You tapped out. Big brain main deck Moat. Side that shit out, son. Fucking Moat. What the goddamn hell is that? Alright. In comes the Earwig Squad. Bring in a couple red blasts. Main deck Moat. You son of a bitch. How dare you? How dare you? Alright. Mog Fanatic will come out. I think we'll take out a Mog War Marshal. And I think we can probably take out... Trash Master doesn't do anything. We can take out a Trash Master. I think that's all good. Earwig Squad in, those guys out. I'm sure he has some Uros in there somewhere, but we got Sting Scourger, we got Caracas, we got Muxus. Let's just try to go wide if he goes for that. Although, nah, goddamn it, I like Surgical here. I like. Oh, do I want Surgical? Do I want Surgical? I mean, what else would I have to take out if I go for the Surgical? I guess I could take out a War Chief. I could take out another... I don't want to take out any of this shit. No, no. Sorry, Surgical. Sorry, bud. I love you a lot. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, a lot of people like Relic more than Surgical. I don't like Relic against Oko decks. Also, I feel like they just can play around that a lot more easily. All right, we got the turn 3 kill, so we'll keep it. We're gonna hope we don't get hit with the dead of winter here. Oh, there's gonna swords, yeah. Alright, that's fine. Ooh, let's see. Pile Driver, Crater Maker, Mog War Marshal. Let's just get a Pile Driver going. Come on. Another Astrolabe. Oh, we don't even have to worry about that. Let's just attack. Yeah, let's attack first. Get our 1 point of damage in. I think then we're just going to Mog War Marshal. Should I also Prospector? Yeah, I think I'll Mog War Marshal and Prospector here. I think we just want to get a little beatdown going. Okay. Flooded Strand. Alright. So we've got a red elemental that we can play off of sacking the Mog War Marshal. That's kind of fun. So if he goes for something big and blue this turn, he goes for a Snapcaster. Yeah, okay. I value this pile driver. Force of Will, pitching a Spell Snare. Alright, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Yep. He's down to 2 cards. I'm down to 2 cards. So much wackiness. Let's see. I can Crater Maker that Snapcaster if I want. I can just play a War Chief and just attack with all these little 1/1 buddies. I can just play a Sling Gang off of sacking a guy. None of these are great options. Yeah, alright. Hold him back. Let's attack with those two. See if he wants to trade a Snapcaster. He does not. That's fair. Spell Snare? Really? He must have just a shit ton of counter spells in that 80 card deck that he couldn't side out if he's keeping in Spell Snare. Just goes for Snow Covered Island. Didn't even want anything back. Goes for a Jace. Okay. Alright, he does no removal for the War Chief. That's pretty good. Play a Caracas here. We can go for the Sling. Actually, I can even Wasteland him here if I want. Still only on 2 cards. That might not be the worst. Cancel. I'll do that. Alright. Let's see here. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I lied. Okay. Alright. If I just attack him, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, okay, even if he blocks Sling Gang, he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that makes 10. So I should leave the Sling Gang back. Blocks War Chief, he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Yeah. So 4, 5, 6, 7. And that, boys, is how you 5-0 with Goblins. Please concede, opponent. Don't make me click this stuff out. There we go, boys. Easy peasy. 5-0. Wow. Awesome, awesome. Hey, you know what? Since we're here, I'm gonna do a celebratory lap and go back through and just see what the first three were. Yeah, my neighbor just had to keep her clothes on, and I'm able to 5-0. Look at that. Let's see. Okay, very good, very good. Let's close that. Let's go back to this. Let's return to the details here and kind of go through. If it'll let me. Or do I have to return to details first? No, it looks like it will. Okay, so this was my first match. This one was kind of a doozy, as they often are. Looks like I was on the play, lucky me. Fetched away for a lackey, or for a mountain into a lackey. And my opponent, what did they go ahead and do? They thought-seized me. Oh, that was rude. Okay, so they took my matron, but my hand was kind of stacked, so it didn't really matter what they took. I put a ringleader in, drew a couple cards, that was sweet. Took the opportunity to play a Snoop, just to see what was on top of my deck. Oh, and they play Lantern of Insight. Yeah, this was crazy. So, alright, I'm just going to pause this here, because this is kind of a very odd deck. So they play Lantern of Insight. Players play with the top card of their library revealed. You can sack it, force a player to shuffle their library. Then you got Ghoul Caller's Bell, tap it, each player mills a card. So because Lantern of Insight makes you see what the top card of the library was, you basically just use these effects to make sure your opponent never draws anything good. And basically this deck just gets behind an ensnaring bridge and uses that to get in. But, they let me connect with a lackey, and I matron for Muxus, because, I'm a really good Magic player, and I put Muxus into play when I can. So I just put a shit ton of stuff into play. He made everyone mill a card, because he didn't like what was on top of his deck, and he just doesn't find anything good here, and he just conceded. The next game, this one was a doozy, and I lost. Check this out. This is just gonna this made my head spin, because this game was a pain in the ass. Great opening hand. Double Lackey, Chain Whirler, Muxus, Wasteland, Pithing Needle. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I can, just kick ass and take names here. But then he immediately draws his Codex Shredder. He plays a Ghoul Caller's Bell. And then I'm like, well, I can actually only stop one of these with my Pithing Needle. But who cares? I'm, connecting into a turn 2 Muxus. Draw a bunch of cards, play some shit out, draw a bunch more cards. And I think, do I play the Pithing Needle here? No, I played out the Earwig Squad, because I was like, you know what? Let's see what's in his deck. And looked in his deck, and the deck list, can we make this big? No, we can't. Okay. She probably can't see it, but there aren't really any obvious combo pieces in here. He had 3 ensnaring bridges, and I was like, okay, whatever, he has ensnaring bridge. I didn't because he didn't go off, I didn't really see how his deck really works, so I didn't respect the fact that he was just gonna lock me out at this point. But so he managed to get himself an ensnaring bridge. Off of this Ancient Stirrings, I believe. And he Dark Rituals, so he would have been dead if he didn't have that Dark Ritual. He gets that Ensnaring Bridge out. And from this point on, I just am not able to win. I get a Pithing Needle out, I name Codex Shredder, but he still has the Ghoul Caller's Bell to activate to mill the top card. So I've cut off half his ability to mill. But he's basically, if you're looking at what my library is, behind this Ensnaring Bridge, I just have, there's just nothing I can play, nothing I can do from this point on, because he just knows what I have. So I have a Trash Master here. Well, he's not going to let me draw a Trash Master. He's going to make me mill it. So boom, I mill. Okay, now I have a Crater Maker. All right, well, he's not going to let me play a Crater Maker. He's gonna use the Ghoul Collar Bell, make me mill it. Alright, Goblin Lackey, fine, keep that. Doesn't care if I have a Goblin Lackey. So this is basically how this deck wins. It just says, no, you don't get to draw anything fun. You know, we don't, they play their stuff out off a couple basic lands and a Dark Ritual to accelerate out the Ensnaring Bridge. So I'm like, okay, well, I still have outs. You know, I still have whatchamacallit, Sling Gang Lieutenant and stuff. But oh, it's on top of my deck. Well, guess what? I'm not gonna get to draw it. That's just gonna get milled away. Oh, look at that! I milled it. I'm gonna draw an Aether Vial instead. So that deck is just like, no, it's just fucking fun police. Like, oh, you have a fun card on top? No, you're not gonna get to draw it. And because it has, you know, even though I have Pithing Needle naming Codex Shredder right here, he still has three mill effects or shuffle effects. I believe this one just makes you shuffle. Yeah. So he has 2 lanterns he can shuffle. You only get to use it once, but you can still shuffle. He might not even let me get this Gem Palm here because of the cycling. Looks like we've frozen up, so I'm gonna say that's enough. But basically, from here he goes and he has a couple Ashioks. So he plays a couple Ashioks, and he just mills me out. I'm already at 28 cards. I'm 28 to 30, so you can have the same number of cards, but he gets some Ashiok out and just uses that to get me. Eventually, I'm just decked. And it's like, well, that's fair. Nothing I can do about that, you know. That's an honest decking. An honest decking. Game 3, I was like, okay, I kind of know what's up. This hand looks pretty good. Basically, we're just gonna matron for Trash Man as soon as we possibly can. As soon as we can, we're gonna matron for Trash Man. Because fuck that. Alright, so we managed to draw a Crater Maker off the Ringleader here. We just play out the Crater Maker because you want to get into play. I don't want him to be able to discard it. And I'm going to matron into the Trash Man right here anyway. So I was kind of like, you know, if you want to go and kill something, go ahead, kill this Crater Maker, but I'm going to try to get a Trash Master into play next turn. He has an Abrupt Decay for the Lackey, that's fine. I still have a Crater Maker, so I still have an answer to Ensnaring Bridge. And so long as I have an answer to Ensnaring Bridge, then everything's fine. My next turn, I have matron, I think, for another Crater Maker. Oh, for a War Chief, okay. Crater Maker for a War Chief, because you can also win just by putting pressure on. He has an Inquisition of Kozilek, that's fine. Inquisition of Kozilek doesn't hit Trash Master. So Trash Master comes out, we just start swinging, and now he's able to play a Pithing Needle this next turn, and actually name Trash Man there, but I just go and kill all of his lanterns before he draws the Pithing Needle. So even though he plays the Pithing Needle, he doesn't actually have any way to control the top of my deck from this point, or control the top of his. So there we have it. Ta-da! That's how we won that. Just kind of switched to the beatdown plan. Next match was equally as goofy. I played nothing but weird fucking decks. Weird fucking decks this league. So we start off with Lantern Control. This game, my opponent was kind enough to mull to 6. And because I had so many... Normally I would lead on a mountain, but because I had Gem Palm and Ringleader, I was like, you know what? I'm probably Gem Palming something turn 2 anyway. So like, let's just get lands out of my deck so that I can hit better with Ringleader. That's all. That's the plan. Opponent plays a mountain. Lackey actually connected. That was crazy. Didn't expect that to happen. So fetch again. And also, just like from this situation, I've already gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 non-goblins are already out of the deck, and only 5 goblins. So it's like, this has really improved my goblin count for Ringleader, supposedly. Except I just hit a pile driver instead. This is me talking a bunch of junk and not being able to back it up with what actually happened in the game. But that was the thought process. Alright, he plays a sneak attack. He's a jerk. He draws
14 cards with Grizzlebrand. And he attacks me, he draws 7 again, and he just whiffs and he concedes. I was like planning on being a super cool guy and attacking him next turn and like gem palming whatever he blocked and trying to like steal a win that way. But he just conceded. He like absolutely hit nothing. So it didn't even matter. Didn't even matter. He just conceded. Which is sad when a combo deck draws 21 cards and blanks. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Alright, what the hell did we do game 2? Oh yeah, this was slow, but I was like, hey, I was like, well, I have a Sting Scourger. And really I kept it because I have a turn 2 Earwig Squad. So we have turn 1 Prospector, turn 2 Earwig Squad. And I was like, might just be able to pull enough threats out of his deck that he's not able to go off. Because they don't exactly run a ton of threats. If they don't have an Emrakul, they're not really able to not an Emrakul. If they don't have a Grizzlebrand, they don't really have ways to draw cards. So I just went and did the old Earwig Squad Prowl this turn. And we'll see if we can pause here and show the deck if they're able to go big again. Here we go. So I was like, okay, he might have a Grizzlebrand in hand, but again, he might not. So I took the 2 Grizzlebrands and I took the World Spine Worm, and I said, you know what, hopefully he doesn't have a Grizzlebrand and he just doesn't draw anything to kill me with. Because aside from that, he had 3 sneak attack and 4 through the breach. So okay, we know he has a sneak attack in hand. So now the only thing we can do is take out the things he can sneak in. And the best one is Grizzlebrand because it lets him sneak more shit in. So I took the two of those guys in the World Spine Worm. Blood Sun, I think he brought in Blood Sun because he had nothing else to do. And then he just killed me, so like it was fine, whatever. Deck did what the deck does. It didn't do it the first game, it did it the second game, that's fine. Third game, let's see this one here. Yeah, like Blood Sun's also good against Cavern. Blood Sun makes it so that Cavern can't produce colored mana because it loses the ability to name a creature type when you play it. So it does that. It turns off fetch lands. Yeah, so it's not like super amazing, but it does stuff. I sided in very little here. I took out some Aether Vials just because they're kind of slow, and a Monk Fanatic. And this means I brought in 2 Chalice and a Pithing Needle, and I don't know, 2 Chalice, Pithing Needle, oh, an Earwig Squad, that's what it was. 2 Chalice, Pithing Needle, Earwig Squad, that's what I brought in. Mulled down to this hand, hey, Lackey into Muxus, awesome. Unfortunately, I can't play Lackey, but I can play Needle, naming Sneak Attack right off the bat. And this turn I can play Lackey. Just jamming it. He started with the Mountain. It's like, okay, he has a slow start. I can afford to not port him this turn. And also, he has like Simian Spirit Guides and Lotus Petals. So if he has a Soul Land, I can't keep him off 3 anyway, which is like the scary, prospect. This was alright because this just let me play out my Caracas here in case he finds a way to like through the breach it or something like that. Obviously I can't attack because he has the Spirit Guide, but now I have the Caracas as some safety. The port gets to be a wasteland here because he has City of Traders. So now we just kind of keep going. Now at this point I'm like, okay, I will tap out for my Matron to find a way to clear the path for my Lackey. Oh, I just went for the Prospector. That's cute. That's cute. I said I don't care if they kill my Lackey, we're just gonna go for it. He goes for the Karn. Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. Plays a Pithing Needle, naming Skirk Prospector. at which point I inform my opponent that Pithing Needle doesn't work on mana abilities. I go and just sack everything to get this Muxus in play. Muxus gets me a Pile Driver and some Matrons, and then I also took the opportunity to wasteland his City of Traders, so that I don't have to worry about whatchamacallit, getting locked out by whatever that stupid card is that you get with Karn. So he gets Walking Ballista with Karn instead, I believe. Yep. He's revealed Pithing Needle and Walking Ballista with Karn so far. I take that opportunity to just kill his 2/2. Don't care about attacking in with the 1/1. Like, fine, block the 7/7. His Karn bites the dust. I just go and tap down a mountain, leave the Caracas open. Don't care about playing anything in my hand because with the Ringleader, I believe that was enough damage to kill him that turn anyway. Because that was going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So he was going to be dead next turn off the Ringleader. Yeah, there you have it. That's how that one went. And then had old Reaplecheap. This one, if you thought the Lantern Control deck and the big red deck were fun, just you wait until you see what old Reaplecheap had in store for me. This was pretty fantastic. Alright, opening hand with a fetch land and a Vial and a Fanatic. I was like, okay, I have 3 things I can play off of fetch land, plus I draw another land and I get a Crater Maker. Plus, I am always a sucker for a Vial Curve. And right now we got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 6. So this is one of those games where you can play a Vial and just ride it to victory, and all I have to do is like top deck Wastelands and Ports, and I'm, golden from here. He plays a Polluted Delta. I'm like, okay, I have no idea what that does. I'm a really good Magic player, so I top deck Lackey here with this Muxus I have in hand. This is fun. He goes and plays weird ass card that I have no idea what it is. He fetches for the Polluted Delta. Go ahead. Alright, yep. Tap some mana. And plays Trial of Ambition. And yes, that's the correct response. Is what the hell is this card? So when it enters the battlefield, target opponent sacrifices a creature. When a cartouche enters the battlefield, return it to your hand. So you play cartouches and you get to replay this and make your opponent sack cards over and over again. I have no idea what a cartouche is as he plays this, none whatsoever. But I'm just going to sacrifice my Mog Fanatic to deal a damage to him in response to this trigger, and then I'm going to put the Lackey in after the trigger resolves, so, whatever. Goblins are fun. So there we go. I get 1 damage off my Fanatic. Max Fanatic value right there. Play out a Lackey. Put a Vial up to 2. Just fucking attack with this Lackey because I have a Muxus. Muxus goes and puts 2 Sling Gangs and a Mog War Marshal into play. I mean, that's kind of decent. So, in between this game, I go and I look up what a cartouche is, and from what I can tell, cartouches are a bunch of... That's right, Treach. Hey, by the way, Treach, thanks for joining chat. So cartouches I had never heard of before. Apparently it's a cycle of enchant creatures. They're like creature enchantments. So I figured this is some sort of weirdo black-blue creature deck, like with some cartouches, I'm guessing. I'm assuming that's what I'm going to see. So I sideboard accordingly, and I bring in some Pyrokinesis and my Blue Blasts, because I think I'm in a creature matchup here. Yeah, so I took out, on the draw, I took out a Lackey, Mog War Marshal, War Chief, Pile Driver, cut those for 2 red blasts and pyrokinesis. Because again, I'm thinking, all right, they're gonna. This is like some sort of control deck. They're gonna have some sort of blocker or removal for my lackey, so I'm not gonna worry about that. And I'm just gonna try to, control what they're trying to do to kill me, and keep in all my creatures that give me card advantage. That was the idea. But turns out I had no idea what the hell I was playing against. Keep this hand, it's great. He goes for the Chrome Mox and pitches a curse to it, even though he doesn't play anything. He pitches the Curse of Fool's Wisdom. And I'm just like, oh, I'm screwed. Like, I am not set up to beat a curse deck. So he taps out, plays Curse of Misfortunes, which just lets you get a curse every turn, and I'm just locked out at this point. He goes and grabs Overwhelming Splendor. I'm not going to go and beat that. Plays this Elspeth Nightmare thing, which just lets him go and destroy my creatures and make me discard shit. I go and like, well, I'm just going to play out my hand. I'm going to play out this Sting Scourger here. Kept my Sting Scourger in because I thought this was some sort of creature deck. He just kills them with the Curse of Death's whatever. Copies it with the Estrid's Invocation. Not that he even has to. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to keep playing this. I can't get into this game, but I just want to see what the win con is. And he's kind enough to play the Cruel Reality. So I'm just going to start losing 5 life a turn and actually 10 life because he's going to copy it with Estrids. He goes and plays this Metamized Prophecy, which is just a card that's going to let him scry. And it's like, cool, alright, thank you for showing me the win con. You win. That's great. That's great. Dragon Fodder, if you liked the Muxus Game 1, if you liked that Game 1 Muxus there, Dragon Fodder, my boy, please to enjoy Game 2. Please to enjoy. I will present this without commentary. Heyo. Goblins got there. There you have it. So boys, that was the league. I just gotta go and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is a little masturbatory here, but I gotta rewatch this beautiful win through a moat. I'm just gonna oh my, this is beautiful, boys. Turn 7 Muxus? Yes, please. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is a weird goddamn deck that I was playing against, man. Yorion and Moat? Like really? Main deck Moat? Game 1, you're gonna Moat me? You're gonna do me like that? Just brutal. Just brutal. Yeah. But what's crazy is like, okay, so he's playing Moat, so this kind of means that like I can this means he's playing a bunch of bad cards, right? If he's playing main deck Moat, and he let me kill him with a Pashalik Mons because he wasn't playing enough good cards, I guess. Whoever followed Dragon Fodder, aw, you're a scholar and a gentleman. Thank you for the follow there, Dragon Fodder. That's good of you. But yeah, like this was so crazy. And the fact that he didn't block there, the fact that he didn't block, huge tell that he was about to Moat me. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill this guy with this Ice Fang Coatl. Fucking big brain play. So I was like, alright, we're just gonna start Pashalik Monsing you, man. What else can I do? Anubis, thank you, my man. Much appreciate that follow. Always good chatting with you guys on the Discord also. Oh my god, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Not jamming that munitions expert. What restraint. What restraint. Wow. And my opponent still just, not respecting the Pashalik Mons. Just not respecting the four mana and 1 damage a turn. Yeah. I was still amazed that there wasn't like a sweeper or something to get me. That was another reason I just wanted to play as many tokens off Pashalik Mons as I could. I figured if I really needed to go and like dump my hand for damage, I could do that War Chief stuff later. Or at least do it in a turn when I had enough mana to play a War Chief and still Pashalik Mons. But yeah, who cares about the damage from the Shark? We're just Muxusing this turn. Drawing into this port was really good. Because it was like, alright, he probably doesn't have removal for the Pashalik Mons, but if he does, I want to do something to make him play around it. So okay, he plays the Coatl. Perfect. Now we just Muxus for the win. And, oh, God, this was pretty. This was so pretty. Just the fucking sling gang over the moat. Just goblins flying through the air. Let's see. How much damage did I have on board with that sling gang? So we had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. He could have been at 23 life. And we still would have won right here. What a thing of beauty. Terminus would have been rough. Yeah, of course. My fucking moat was rough. There are lots of ways that could have made my life more difficult. A Swords to Plowshares would have gotten them out of that situation. But, they didn't. And so I won. And that was a good time. Lil Babs, welcome to the chat. You got here just in time for me to say goodbye. I hope you all enjoyed the silly little stream. Oh, you know what? Let's go open some treasure chests. Who wants to see me open some treasure chests? The correct answer is we all want to see me open some treasure chests. I have vowed to open all of my treasure chests because it's way more fun than selling them, and I want to try to get a Muxus. We're going to do them one at a time. One at a time. Yes. Open that chest. What do we got? We got... Ugh. Gross. That card sucks. I love being a Legacy player and just seeing cards and just being like, horrible! What a terrible card. Wow. Don't care. Ooh, mutagenic growth. Alright. Like, ooh, yeah, that's interesting. I love this tone. Oh! Let's see. Obnixilis, Unshackled. Whenever an opponent searches their library, that player sacks a creature and loses 10 life? Alright. Wow. And Mere Welder. Exile target artifact card from a graveyard. It's all active abilities of all cards exiled with it. Ugh, that's pretty awful. Is this card like worth money? I'm gonna sell it. I hope it's worth money. It's probably not, but it's probably worth money in paper because people probably want a card that's stupid for Commander and shit. But that's not a good card. Casual EDH players will hate me? What for? There's probably a lag in chat, by the way. I have no idea. I didn't check. So I'm sorry if my commentary is following behind your comments here. 125 play points. Cool. So League paid for itself more than twice over already. That's great. Alright, cool. Okay, it's a card. I'm just doing it for this tone. Okay, that's why casual EDH players will hate me. Dragon Skull Summit. Is that worth anything? Rally the Ancestors. What in the hell is this card? Return each creature card with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Exile those creatures at the beginning of your next upkeep. Exile Rally the Ancestors. Huh. 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 That's a card. That is a card. Hey, Wrath of God. That's cool. Everyone loves Wrath of God. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Okay. It's a 2-mana artifact. 3. Search your library for basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle at the beginning of your end step. If you control 7 or more lands, transform it. Transforms into a land. Tap, add 1 colorless. Tap, untap target attacking creature an opponent controls and remove it from combat. So it becomes a Maze of Ith. Huh. Alright. Well, that's kind of a cool card. Expensive, but does cool stuff. I like that. What else? What else? What else? Polluted Bonds. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, that player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Cool. Okay. 5-mana enchantment. Cool. Thief of Sanity. 2/2 Flying Spectre for 3 mana. Whenever Thief of Sanity deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of that player's library. Exile 1 of them face down, then put the rest into their graveyard. You may look at and cast the card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any type to cast it. Alright, cool. Cool, cool, cool. It's like, it's like Red Grenzo. That's like the Red Grenzo ability, right? Just, play your opponent's cards. It'll be a good time. Hey, another Leyline of the Void. Alright, that's cool. Everyone likes the Leyline of the Void. I can go ahead and trade that away for sure. I already have 4. Good queue. Alright, good for the vintage queue. Good to know. Good to know. Leyline, just good everywhere. Camaraderie. 6-mana sorcery. You gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures you control. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Wow, that is a green-white spell. That is definitely a green-white spell right there. Alright, last chest. Let's crack it. Let's see what we got. We got 5 play points off of this chest. And what else? 5 play points. Herald of the Pantheon. Alright, creature, Centaur Shaman for 2. It's a 2/2. Enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less. And if you cast an enchantment spell, you gain 1 life. Alright, cool. That's cool. Not good, but it's cool. And a Triome. Enters the battlefield tapped and is cycling. Alright, that's great. So hopefully this is like worth a buck or 2. And that Leyline is probably worth a buck or 2. Cool. Alright. I'll do some trading away later there. The last one is not a Muxus, unfortunately. Yeah, I like the old Leylines. Those are the ones I bought for my collection also. It was like, oh no, it's not. I lied. I got these ones because they were cheaper. Ha ha ha. I lied. Leyline 6 ticks? Awesome. Okay. So basically right now, my next big plan is trade in cards I get, build up these event tickets, and start trading them in when I can find another Muxus for, equal or lesser value than the number of event tickets I have. Anyone have any idea how much that Triome land is worth. I feel like that's. I don't know if that's like standard legal right now or what. I don't follow standard at all. Probably should. But yeah, what are those triumphs? Are they worth anything, or is that just, I don't know, a bullshit dual land? Good question. Which one was it? Let's sort it out. Do-do-do. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Is Dragon Skull Summit worth anything? There you go. It was the Indantha Triumphs. It's a plain swamp forest. Gotta assume that's not too much of a chase card right there. Lovely picture, though. Lovely, lovely picture. Alright. Well, if anyone knows, I don't fucking know. You know what I want? I want the ability to sort my collection by the cards most recently added to it. And I haven't been able to figure out if there's any function like that. So I want to be able to just open it up, look directly at, the things I just pulled out of treasure chests, and throw those into a trade binder and throw them away. But whatever. Anyone know if that a thing you can actually do? Can you actually go and just sort out your collection by most recent edition? Because that would be pretty helpful. I haven't been able to find a filter that does that, though. Any ideas, chat? Any ideas? Bueller? Alright, we'll take that as a no. Hey, thank you all for watching. That was super fun. Winning through Moat. My God. Feels good. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy, wear a mask, stop touching your goddamn face, and we'll see you next time. Later, boys. Thanks for watching the 5-0.